Are you single?
I'm so single.
I'm so single.
Yeah, but you need to date. I don't.
Wait, why do I need to date? Because
Yeah, you're young. You should do it now because you get older and you care less. I hate to tell you.
I think I might be there.
You're not there.
What if since I started so young, I mean, think about it. We were partying together when I was 10 years old. I'm going to turn 49. I am not that... I'm not that aggressive or interested or...
I know what you mean.
I'm very happy with my life. I'm a little...
I know what you mean. Well, at the same time, I want to say, I got really tired. People finally gave up because everybody would say, so is there a man? It was just like, years and years go by. Now nobody asks anymore.
I've been single for 10 years. It's not a long shot. Somebody just needs to grow a pair and step up. I am shockingly available.
I don't want to stress you out by trying to keep up with my lifestyle that I already have and am accustomed to. Why? Because if I'm going to these restaurants just for lunch meetings and it takes you your whole check to take me there, I don't want to stress you out. You cannot hang with me. You are still wanting a vacation for the weekend. I vacation and go on holiday for the month.
Yeah. How's it going?
I'm wanting to date.
Yeah.
It's limited resources out there, right?
Yes.
Because I'm not getting on an app.
Why? You're just not into
I'm old fashioned. I'm like, I need to meet you and sparks happen and stuff like that. Because I just believe people make up stories saying who and what they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Still a virgin?
I am.
Oh my God, I love this. This is the most original guest we've ever had on. And what are you, 39?
I am.
Oh my God. That dam is going to break one day, baby. And
Baby, let me tell you right now. People were like, oh, Yvonne, I was like, pray for him. Whoever he is, y'all need to go pray for him. You get a lot of pent up energy up in here with me.
oh my God. And you're going to hit your sexual peak when you start having sex. So yeah, you're going to need a couple of men probably.
Yvonne went from being a virgin to polyamorous.
These women are clear examples that being beautiful, being successful, being intelligent doesn't necessarily make you good at relationships. There are other things that come into play. And when you take into consideration that these women, the more successful they get, their dating pool shrinks smaller and smaller and smaller. The men that they find eligible get smaller and smaller and smaller. You have to have even more relationship qualities to find those men. And they just don't.
Whenever I hear a woman saying something like, I'm a boss, I'm a girl boss, I'm just alpha, I'm just like dominant, and I really need my man to be able to control me. Whenever I hear a woman say that, I immediately think to myself, okay, so you're not in charge of anything, you're not running anything, you don't run anything but your mouth, basically. It immediately says to me that, no, you're not actually a boss, you're not actually in charge of anything, you're just brusque, aggressive, loud, mannerless, likely, most likely, no social group. She probably has gotten it in her head that if she walks around trying to intimidate people, and if people don't check her, then it must mean that she's powerful and that they're afraid of her. And it's like, no, you're just making people uncomfortable.
Look, for me personally, right, when I hear women say this, I don't really have a problem with it. There's different types of people, right? If everybody was the same, the world would be a boring place. So there are going to be masculine women, dominant women, women who want... But there'll be these women who say, I'm an alpha, but I don't want a submissive man. No, I'm an alpha and I want another alpha. And that's when I'm like, are you dumb? Like, how are you an alpha but you want another alpha? There's only one alpha. They still be wanting men to, oh, I need a man to tame me. Huh? What is that? Are you a dog? Are you a beast? Like, if you're an alpha woman, we'll get you a submissive man. And there's no problems. But those submissive men, they're going to want to be taken care of. Right? But they don't want that. They want to be alpha, but they don't want the responsibilities that comes with being alpha. Make that make sense.
This is for the people who go out in public with their butt out. We are talking about you. You are being talked about. I'm not talking about just no regular old short shorts. These shorts are intentionally made to show your butt cheeks. It's like a V cut in the back, almost like you're wearing a swimsuit bottom, but shorts. Y'all know that scene in Friday when Craig's mama was walking to her car and she saw Miss Parker across the street watering her grass in them little bitty shorts? And she talking about, well, look at her. That be me. Whoever I'm with, I'm tapping on them. Look at her. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it that people actually wear that in public spaces with other people around, with kids around. I'm not saying that you stink, but the look is definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, giving stank, nasty, unkept. So you like looking dirty? I don't like nothing about it.
So there have been more and more women like this coming out and expressing how uncomfortable they are. Seeing a lot of women walking around, whether it's in the gym or in public, essentially half naked. Okay, they're wondering what's going on. Why are they doing this? Whose attention are they trying to get? Do they have no self-respect? Well, your parents. Why would they let you out like this? Who raised you? But unfortunately, women like this will be drowned out by the defenders of 304 culture.
I am actually appalled by some of the outfits that I see in the gym. Can we please let the wedgie leggings go? I actually don't really understand why we want people to see the imprints of our butt crack. I also don't understand why we're coming to a gym filled with men as women and we're half naked. Like, I generally don't understand that. And you can say, oh, it's my body, it's my choice. Okay. And then you'll be the same one saying that men are pervs and they're looking at you lustfully and with disgusting eyes.
Y'all like how she sprinkled in a little bit of that victim blaming in there at the end? Like, you come to the gym half naked around men and then you want to say they're looking at me with their lustful eyes. Women covered from head to toe are assaulted by men. Babies are assaulted by men. So please, please stop. I swear
This logic is so stupid. These are grown adults, by the way. This woman is like she's in her 30s. Still using this type of logic. It's the same logic. Why do I have to get married? People get divorced. Why would I have to use a seatbelt? I can still die in a car crash. Why would I have to take care of my health? Niggas die every day.
These Christians are so insufferable. They are so annoying. I swear, like, these for what I've dealt with, even when coming across other people of other religious backgrounds, Christians are the ones who always feel the need to fucking take their religion and shove it down your fucking throat every waking moment, every opportunity they get. Like, they have to make their wants and needs and beliefs your fucking problem. Modesty is for you, for you, for you. If you want to be a modest gym girly, be a fucking modest gym girly. But instead, you want to come on the internet and shame everybody else for their choices. Why are you staring at their ass? Why are you staring at their ass? Huh? Maybe you should be more focused on your workouts than they ass, or get your fucking money up and build a home gym. So if you're so appalled, it's so fucking disgusting to you, get your money up and build your own gym.
All she said is stop dressing like a hoe. All she said is she don't want to see no butt cracks, and they're crashing out like this. Damn. You know what I'm saying? All she said is, I don't want to see half-naked women in the gym, and now she should get her money up to build a home gym. If you don't want to see women walking around the gym half-naked, build your whole home gym. Wow. No consideration for how uncomfortable other people are feeling? Okay, cool.
Some of y'all fail to understand is I will be any guy in sparring that does not have experience. Now, I know this is controversial and there's a lot of discussion about this. But if you're not a boxer, you cannot outbox a boxer. I don't care if you're over 6 foot, if you're really strong, I have sparred every type of man. I've sparred muscular men, I've sparred fat men, I've sparred super tall men, short men, don't care. I've sparred everything. And there has never been a scenario where a total beginner has beat me in sparring. That's just not how it works. I hope all boxers will back me up on this, but you're not beating a boxer in any case. And even if you are strong and a genetic freak, I just have to like move around for like 30 seconds and you will gas yourself out. And if you think I'm wrong, I have tested and tried this. I've been boxing for 8 years. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I have sparred every type of guy before. And don't say that they were taking it easy, because I've been boxing for 8 years. I know what taking it easy looks like. I take it easy on them. Don't twist the story.
This video has gone viral and there's been a lot of delusion in the comments. A lot of foolery in the comments from men. The idea that what she's saying here is unreasonable or crazy or wrong, it doesn't make sense to me. That just tells me that you've never done a sport. You've never done a sport. Because if you've done a sport in high school or in college and you haven't done it in a long time, let's say you used to run. Now you're older, you put on some weight, you ain't in shape. One of your boys thinks he can beat you in a race. You haven't run in a long time, but you used to. And you used to train all the time. You know there's no chance your boy's beating you. And you haven't run in years. This is a professional who does this daily. Been doing it their whole life. You think, as someone who's never done it before, you can just walk in to the ring and beat her because she's a woman. You've never competed before. If you think you're watching those female UFC fighters and you could jump in the octagon, they will kill you in the ring. You will die. You cannot beat a professional 100-meter sprinter who's a woman. You can't beat her in a race. You can't beat a 1,500-meter runner in a race just because she's a woman. You can't beat her in a swimming just because she's a woman if you've never done it. Now look, these women compared to their male counterparts, they would have no chance because not only do the men have the physical advantage, but in terms of skill, they're just as skilled or even more skilled. But we're not. We're just regular people. And I'm looking at some of these comments and I find it so disrespectful. Guys saying, oh, I'm 6'4", 250. So what's your endurance? Could you box for 3 minutes? I don't think you could. I don't think you could.
To have a man is to settle. It's just because they're men. It's just the fact that they're men. To have a man is to settle. Like, they're not perfect beings. They're actually far from perfect. They're very imperfect. Women are more perfect than men. Like, I'm not even trying to get, like, political or anything.
Look, I often talk about white feminism and how trash and pointless it is. And I'll continue to do so. Right? But let's not get it twisted. Black feminism is shit. Like, it's absolute nonsense. These women are weird, goofed out, deranged. Some of the things they promote, some of the things they condone, some of the ideas they have, the way they feel about men, it's all bad. It's all bad. I don't know what black feminism is doing today that's good. I really don't.
Low-key, y'all out here clowning that girl for being 31 going after a YN. These YNs.
Hey, why the comments be different when it comes to shit like this? Why the comments be different? I'm 32, mine's 24. Now, me personally, once you're 24, I don't give a fuck who you date. You grown as fuck, you feel me? But if a man get on here and he's in his 30s, dating somebody in their early 20s, oh, he's a fucking weirdo. But now all the wrinkled cats in the comments, it's okay for them to talk to young motherfucker. I told my 23-year-old young motherfucker I'm about to be 35. Let a man come on here 35 years old talk to a 23-year-old. Now, once again, me personally, if you're 23, I don't give a fuck who you talk to. I wouldn't date a 23-year-old, but that's at 35. But hey, that's just me, right? But why don't the comments ever look the same when a man does it? Here's the one that really gets me right here. It sounds weird, but like they are more mature than... Let a man come on here and be like, hey, I'm talking to this young girl because she's more mature than a 30-year-old. Now he a predator. Now he a creep. Now he weird. Y'all don't never understand. Shit is crazy to me.
For all my men out there, like, I really understand when it comes to these delusional ass phrases they be coming with. Like, if you a struggling guy, you broke. But if you a struggling woman, you strong and independent. Now, if a guy going on double dates and so forth, oh, he's cheating. Now, if a woman going double dates, oh, her options is just open. A lady break up with a man, oh, she deserved better. But when a man break up, oh, he wasted her time. Huh? When a guy is rude, he's toxic. But when a lady is rude, it's mood swings. Be a plus size guy, they gonna call you fat, Biggie Smalls, all types of shit. Now if you a plus size woman, oh, you just chubby, little chunks. Like, Woman set standards, oh, that's just preference. A man set standards, oh, he's a narcissist. What? Make it make sense. This is some delusional ass feminist shit. Like, I don't get it. Really feel for y'all men, because it's like y'all can't have nothing. Like and I'm a woman saying this. Like, I feel y'all. Like, I really feel y'all on this one. Like, this is like, what? Hey, what the fuck do I know, right? It's your girl Key. I'm just giving you advice. Up to you motherfuckers if you want to follow. Wake up, my kings.
We all know that men are held to a different standard compared to women, right? And, you know, men and women are different. So is that necessarily unfair? Yeah, in a lot of cases it is. Because even though we are different, we're more similar than we are different. Doesn't mean that we're the same. We are different, but we're more similar than different. And a lot of these double standards, they just don't make sense. And look, I've already said it. Would I date a 21-year-old? No. Okay? But a 21-year-old is an adult. And if a 21-year-old wants to date a 40-year-old, they're well within their right. But if we're going to see it as bad, let's be consistent. If a man dating a 21-year-old woman is bad, then a grown woman dating a 21-year-old man has to be bad as well.
I can't afford to freeze my eggs. I knew that it was going to be very expensive to go through with this process, but I thought that my insurance was going to cover a good amount of it, which is one of the main reasons why I went through with this. I knew two of my friends who had also frozen their eggs, or that I work with, and they spent around $2,000 to $3,000, and so I thought, okay, I can afford that. However, I finally got a quote, and it's going to be closer to $5,000-6,000. And knowing that we are heading into a recession, it just doesn't seem wise to spend $6,000 right now. It does suck that finances are the main reason why I'm not going through with this, because otherwise I would have done it in a heartbeat, because it was going to be, peace of mind as I, continue to date. I'm single at 31. I'm going to be 32 soon, and I don't know when I'm going to have kids or if I'm going to have kids. I go back and forth between, yes, I would love to have a family. I would love to have a bunch of kids. And then I hate where the world is going, and I don't want to raise a kid in this world. So having my eggs frozen was
best it's ever been, mate. Where the world's going, it's never been better. There's bad things happening, but boy, I was having this debate with my brother and my niece, and I'm like, yeah, okay, name a better time than this. For whatever's happening in the world, there's no world peace, no bad shit happening. But when has it ever been better?
Supposed to give me peace of mind so that I can make that decision when the time comes and feel as though it's my choice. I do feel slightly okay because I did go through with step 2 of the egg freezing process, which is when you get your ultrasound done and they test to see if there's any polyps or cysts or anything on your ovaries, while also checking to see how healthy your follicles look and your eggs are within your follicles. And my doctor did say that I have a ton of healthy looking follicles, and so as well, it's not a direct indicator of how many eggs I have. She said it's very likely that I have a ton of eggs. And so when I called and told her, you think it's okay if I wait a year for this, 2 years for this? She said a year would be fine. 2 years, she would suggest that I sort of did this test again. I just wish that things weren't so expensive. I really wanted to have this peace of mind, in my back pocket. This is not something that I wanted to have to do, right? And not want to have to use these eggs, but if it takes me a long time to find my person, I just didn't want to have to worry about it.
Look, like I always say, right, these are the types of women that I feel sorry for the most. I find it very difficult to believe, and this woman's page, her entire page is about her dating life. I find it very difficult to believe that she was disinvested in dating 10 years ago. I would be shocked that she's been doing this for 10 years and she's still single. I don't think that's the case. I think that these are the types of women that are tricked into pursuing a career and focusing on other things. And now she's struggling, she's scraping, she's trying to make decisions. Should I freeze my eggs? Should I not? Should I pay the $6,000? Recession coming up, whatever the case is. Very sad. There's a very real possibility that this woman never has kids. And that is unfortunate if she wants to have kids. Because again, not every woman has to have kids. Some women don't want kids. Understand that. But for the ones who do, it's sad when they just don't get the opportunity to, because they never find the person that they're supposed to find or that they would settle down with.
Yeah, why am I up on Saturday morning with Kamari dressed to go to school? When I say y'all, ever since having 4 kids, the overstimulation has been real.
I'm sorry, Do you mean ever since your 4th kids? Because you don't just have 4 kids, right? Ever since having 4 kids. Wait, you had 1, then you had 2, then you had 3, and then you had 4. So are you saying ever since your 4th kid?
The frustration has been real. The anger has been real. I woke up with a headache, not even knowing the day of the damn week. It's damn Saturday, and I'm up rushing her to get ready for school. Nobody said nothing. Husband in the house, nobody said nothing. I'm all over the damn place, and people wondering why I'm done having kids. Yeah, I swear to God, I've reached my mental state of overstimulation. I can't handle.
You have a husband? You have a husband, and this is you? That's actually sad. He should be there to share the load, share the mental load as well. There's no way you should be like this.
Oh, no more. And I'm okay with saying that. I cannot handle no more kids. This don't make no damn sense. I woke up on a damn Saturday to get her ready for school. It is no school. Don't even know the day of the week. This is insane, man. This is insane. Like, it's been so much stuff going on with me, y'all. I don't know. This is postpartum depression still. I thought I was on my way out of that. I thought I was making my way out of that. But y'all, this don't make no sense. Ooh.
I'm gonna be real with you, man. 4 kids in 2025. You know, like you're saying you're done. You better be done. You're number 5. Like, I don't feel like people are expecting you to have more kids. I feel like you get to a point and people are shocked that you're having more kids. You know, 5? 6? Yeah, damn. Look, I don't know anything about this situation, but normally when you see women act like this, they're single mom. I wouldn't be surprised if she's a stay-at-home mom and her husband's always out working. Because the whole point of having 2 people in a family is so that they don't get burnt out. Get to share the parenting load. Parenting becomes more enjoyable. That rubs off on your kids. It builds a healthy environment. If one parent is like this, it makes me think that she's doing all the work. And that shouldn't be the case.
This liquor got me in my zone. Now I'm blowing up your phone. Blowing weed, smoking the ozone. I just can't let this